distinguished Toastmaster Keen, that is speaking from the Pathways project, Prepare to Speak Professionally. Her purpose is to practice developing and presenting a longer speech. In this speech, distinguished Toastmaster Keen is to deliver an engaging keynote style speech. She is to demonstrate excellent presentation skills and deliver compelling content. And her speech may be humorous, informational, or any style that she chooses. Her topic is pain, good or bad, and her speech is being delivered in a time of 18 to 22 minutes. I'll give an introduction, a brief introduction of distinguished Toastmaster Keen. Dorrette Keen is a wife and mother of 3 lovely children. She is originally of the beautiful island of Jamaica. Her Toastmasters journey began 7 years ago. During these years, she graciously served in various club officers positions. She is currently serving as president and mentor of Positively Impacting Lives Toastmasters Club. Dorrette is a substitute teacher in Port St. Lucie, Florida. She is also an entrepreneur and a certified John C. Maxwell speaker, trainer, and coach. She is a frequent presenter at different Toastmasters clubs, at our district's TLIs, workshops, and conferences. Dorrette is known for her passion and willingness to help others achieve their goals, maximize their potential, and ultimately fulfill their life's purpose. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, please help me welcome to the virtual lectern, distinguished Toastmaster Dorrette Keen.
Pain, good or bad? Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests, please oblige me. Make a comment in the chat. Do you think pain is good or bad? Go right ahead. Fantastic. I'm seeing a lot of response coming in. Some are saying both. Some are saying yes, no. I am loving the interaction here. What comes to mind then when you think about pain? When you think about pain, what comes to mind? Let me see it in the chat. Growth, discipline, a lot of growth. Keep it coming, keep it coming. New beginnings, progress, process, transformation, hurt, being amicable. Keep it coming, keep it coming. I'm waiting for your response. Process, no pain, no gain, strength. I am just loving what is coming to me, healing communicators. When you think about pain, all of these different responses come to mind. And that is interesting. So would you say pain is good or bad? Many of you said both. Some of you said good. Some say bad. By definition, pain is an uncomfortable feeling that tells you that something is wrong. That is the definition. Now take a look at this picture real quick. What kind of pain do you think this lady is experiencing? Go ahead and utilize the chat for me. Is it mental pain? Is it physical pain? Is it spiritual pain? What kind of pain do you believe she is experiencing? I'm waiting to see the response coming in the chat. Send them for me. Send a response. Mental, looks emotional, tension, stress, loss of loved one, tension. I am loving all the response that are coming in. What kind of pain is she experiencing? Tonight, we're going to take a look at two ways pain communicates, in my opinion. See, pain communicates and tells us when something is out of alignment. For example, when your body is aching, when your body is sick, yes, your body is signaling you and telling you that it's out of alignment. Something has gone wrong. The second way that pain communicates is by telling us that something is not out of alignment, but coming into alignment. Something is lining up the way that we desire for it to line up. The question then is, what is your pain tolerance? What is your pain tolerance? See, your pain tolerance will help you to determine how long that pain remains. Not only will your pain tolerance help you to know how long the pain should remain, but when you know the purpose for the pain, you get to decide how long the pain remains. See, healing communicators, I would like for us to take a look at pain this evening as it's signaling to us that things that are out of alignment are now coming into alignment on our behalf. How are we going to do that? When you hear that someone is in pain, do you automatically feel bad for them, or do you rejoice with them? You might be saying, distinguished Toastmaster Keen, I'm a little bit confused because you see the world we're living in, a lot of people are in pain. But if you look at it in the perspective of pain working on your behalf, lining up things in the direction that it needs to line up for you, then you will rejoice with the individual. For example, you will feel bad if the person is the pain is out of the person's control. Like in the case of a sickness, a death, etc. Yes, you're going to sympathize. Yes, you're going to have empathy because it's out of their control. But when do you rejoice? When the pain that the individual is experiencing, they get to choose that pain. They are in control and they get to decide how long that pain remains. See, my fellow Toastmasters, if we don't decide our worth, our boss will decide our worth. So how we operate on a job will decide how well we get paid. And see, when you're going to look at pain in that way, if you don't decide your worth, your boss does, then you're going to sharpen your skill set. You're going to become better in different areas and aspects of your life, which is going to make you more valuable. We have to become more in life if we decide that we want more. It's one thing to say, I have goals, I have dreams, I have aspirations, but it's not going to fall from the sky. So in order for those things to come into our lives, in order for us to earn those things, we're going to go through different seasons and times and experiences of pain. But we get to decide the kind of pain. We choose to go through those things because we know what we want to acquire. We know what our goals are and what our ultimate desire will be at the end. See, my grandmother used to tell me, coming from Jamaica, Dorrette, if you want good, your nose have to run. I don't know if you've ever heard that, but as a child, thinking of my nose running was disturbing. I don't want anyone to see my nose run. I think what she was basically saying to me, if you want good in life, Dorrette, you may go through times when you feel embarrassed because what you're trying to work for doesn't seem to be coming your way. But you have to have patience. You have to have diligence. You have to be able to go beyond your disappointment. You have to go beyond what people think when they look at you, not the way that you see yourself. If you want good Dorrette, your nose have to run. You will face disappointment and discouragement at times. If you want more, you have to become more. Faith without work is dead. That's the Holy Bible. Many people are believing to have more to gain more, and they have all the faith in the world, but not applying the necessary work that is needed to earn or to bring into existence those things that they desire. The first sign of pain, hard work, they disappear. But we have to remember that faith without work is dead, and we need to activate the necessary work needed alongside our faith to gain what we desire. What we value most, we will invest in. So the question is, what are you trying to attain in life? What are you trying to accomplish? How much do you value it? Do you want it to just fall in your lap? Or are you willing to make the extra sacrifice and put the necessary work in order to acquire those things? Because when you invest your time, your energy, your effort, you will value those things more. For example, you may be looking at your children and they may not be in alignment the way you want them to be. Are you willing to value your time to spend with them? The Holy Scripture says to train them up in the way they should go, that when they're old, they will not depart from it. But are you taking that time out to invest in them? Whatever you value the most, you will invest in. How about your spouse? Are you valuing communication, effective communication in that relationship? Are you investing the necessary time to build that relationship? Yes, it might be painful sometimes, but whatever you invest in, you will value the most. See, fortune is for the brave-hearted, not the faint-hearted. So we're going to have to develop the strength, the vigor that we need to go through the challenging seasons in our life if we expect to have any kind of fortune. Let me ask you, speaking to yourself, is this good or bad? When you speak to yourself, is it good or bad? Many times when we see individuals speaking to themselves, we often think they're having mental issues. But fellow Toastmasters and guests, there comes time in life that you definitely need to speak to yourself. In the Bible, I heard David says he had to encourage himself in the Lord, because guess what? There were times when he could find no one else to encourage him. So how do you go about speaking to yourself and letting that be a good thing? By first recognizing your worth, your potential, where you're able to go beyond how you feel and the disappointments that you're facing, and speak to that destiny within you. Speak to that life within you. Because if you wait, you may not have someone else at that particular season of your life to speak to you, but you have to be able to speak to yourself. Speak those things that are not as though they are. Bible again. So speaking to yourself could be good, as long as you are declaring that which you desire. I am determined. I am patient. I am talented. I am blessed. I am an achiever. Speak those declarations daily in your life, because speaking to yourself can be a good thing. Disturb the negative narrative that have been spoken to you over the years, or perhaps is being spoken to you now in your home, on your job, in your community. Disturb the negative narrative by speaking life in your own life. Know all is working together for your good. Again, Bible. See, many focus on the end result and refuse to take a look at the benefits of the journey. Within the journey is the true story of determination built of good character. That's where the benefit is. So yes, you may have a big picture as to what you want to attain, and you're making the necessary sacrifices, and you're feeling the pain that comes with the process. Know that during those times of darkness, just like a seed buried under the earth, you're not hid. You're not forgotten. under that soil, that seed feels as if it's being ripped apart, destroyed. But that process is allowing the potential that is within the seed to go up. And then all of a sudden, the seed that seemingly was forgotten, because it has been nurtured, watered, and cared for, start to show forth its potential. You might be here this evening and you're thinking, I feel as if I'm a seed that is planted and hid. I'm here to say to you that if you sharpen your skill, if you invest in yourself, if you declare that which you know you possess, eventually you're going to see that seed coming through the soil and bringing forth fruit in your life. Knowing that all is working together for your good allows you not to be bitter in dark times, but actually to become better as you develop those characteristics that are necessary to handle the blessing that comes after that season. How about allowing the mess that we often feel as if we're encountering and going through, and what our life seems to be on the outside at times, that mess? How about allowing it to become a message, something that we can encourage someone with, sharing with them that I have been there and I thought my pain was bad, but I can now share how much my pain has worked for my good. Similar to saying, I have been there and I can identify with you. Are we robbing ourselves the opportunity to truly be able to feel what others are going through because we choose to dismiss pain at every side of its appearance? Pain has benefits. Let's look at it with a different perspective this evening. How about giving up? Yes, you have that goal. Yes, you're working for your potential to be released. But oftentimes, as humans, people can give up. But I don't want you to see giving up as a negative thing. Let's switch it a little bit. How about giving up the things that hinders your growth, hinders your progress? That is painful, like watching too much television when you could be reading a book, investing in yourself, working that extra job to get that extra income to take you out of debt, spending more time with your family because you value a wonderful family life. Giving up sleep in order to invest more in you. Giving up being easily offended when everyone may not say everything that is pleasing to your ears. How about giving up being looked at as good in the sense that you give up whatever hinders your progress? Pain. What's your conclusion about it? Is it good or bad? As you start to decide, remember, you can impact what you attract, and how you deal with your times of pain will decide how others view you. So you're going to be able to impact individuals that you attract. So how about attracting those that wants to know how you made it through this season, how you overcame, how you got to the other side, how you achieved what you achieved? How about attracting those individuals so that they can learn and gain from your experience? But we also want our lives to be attractive, where we're not always in pain. We're not always seemingly pushing, but we have gotten to a place where we can show the result of going through the journey. So someone can stop and ask us about our story, allowing our pain to be a beautiful message, not allowing it to make us bitter, but actually to be better. See, it's not good to get what we desire prematurely. If we do, we won't be able to handle it, appreciate it, and maintain it. So you may feel as if you've been waiting for a while to get to your goals. Could it be that you're becoming more mature, more humble, more appreciative? So when it arrives, you can truly handle it with grace. See, we first get up from the inside before we physically get up. And so if you are feeling down in your spirit, if you're feeling down in your emotion, if you're feeling pain, even in your physical body, you first have to get up from the inside in order to grow up in your actions. And then there's no other way than going up in progress, in achieving your goals, and in making a beautiful difference. So is fighting good or bad? When you fight for what you know you deserve, trust me, that is good. When you fight for your mental health, for your physical health, that is good. So yes, you're going to feel the pain when you exercise, but it's a signal that you're getting to that body that you desire. Yes, you're going to feel the pain when you have to work the extra hours, but it's a signal that you're getting to pay off your bills. Yes, you're going to feel the pain of even coming to a Toastmasters meeting. Let's talk about it. Taking extra role, being committed to filling them, renewing your Toastmasters membership, being committed to serve in leadership. Yes, at times it may seem painful because you have to put effort in. But my fellow Toastmasters and guests, it's absolutely worth it. The skill sets that you will gain will be able to help you to be effective in the world that you live in, to have a voice that can be heard and understood, to lead with grace and humility. Yes, your Toastmasters journey is worth it. Can it be painful at times? Yes, it can. But guess what? If we want more, we have to become more. Be willing to invest in our own personal growth and in the growth of others. Now that we are at this point where you have heard so many different reasons why pain should be embraced, celebrated, appreciated until you get to your goal, what is your final conclusion? Will you now see pain in a different light? The next time you feel uncomfortable and you have to get out of your comfort zone, lose sleep, go without, work extra hours, will you be dismayed, or will you see it as a signal that things are coming into alignment the way that you desire them? Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster, Jermaine McIntosh.